Hey guys, what's up? Sora here, back with another Road to Grandmaster video in Shadowverse featuring Control Haven. Now, this is not the deck that you likely hate at this point. Summit Haven and Heavenly Knight. This deck runs neither of those. Instead, this deck is coming from a YouTube user called DragooseBlaze. And he ran this deck on his channel. I watched a little bit of it and I liked it because it was using new cards and interesting combinations. So this is a control deck, a much more controlling version than the Heavenly Knight one. It does run Heavenly Aegis, although it can finish well before that with Dark Jean and of course opposing statues. Opposing statues has two options. You can either create a 2/3 storm follower or one that is just restores defense to itself at the end of every turn. So a very flexible card. As with any deck on this channel, I try to make differences from pure net decks unless really there's no reason to, or unless I mention that, okay, we'll run the net deck. Here, the difference is, first and foremost, Ether of the White Wing, he runs two, I only have one. So I'm only running one Ether. And the second thing that he runs is Red Hot Boots, two of. I do not like Red Hot Boots at all. I think it's way too sticky. Instead, I'm running the Moria Encomium. And I feel that this is a much better choice, personally, simply because it cycles itself and destroys a random enemy follower in the mid-game, which I feel right now everyone is just playing like really big things on the mid-game. So that's what I am taking to Bladder as my first Haven deck. I'm still working towards the Summit Haven version. I just don't have enough vials to get there right now. But yeah, should be interesting, and let's get started. Alright, first deck we're up against today is Blood. So I'm seeing Vengeance Blood now. Pretty successful versions actually, as well as Aggro Blood. So we have to tech for both. Moria going first isn't that great. I'm gonna... I feel like I might brick if I don't keep the Singer. Although we already have the draw here, so... I'm gonna risk it because I feel like this does not have enough power to get us there. Yeah, the previous hand was better. Okay, we'll rock it. At least we get the Happy Pig, which is great. We will still probably play the Encomium first, because it hits the turn that he plays, because it's countdown 2 when it lands, countdown 1, and then if he plays Belphegor on 4, then it has a chance to hit that, so we'll play that first. Okay. Next turn we'll probably play Happy Pig into Globe, more than likely. Okay. Looks like it is Vengeance Blood. Play Globe first. If we get the Carapace... Oh, no. Never mind. I was saying, if we get the Carapace, then we'll play the Carapace instead, but... Happy Pig is okay, too. Okay. Nothing. He doesn't want to play into that. I respect that entirely. Yeah, we'll probably play the Carapace into another Encomium. The further that he delays this, the better we are off, really. Oh, I think I miscalculated the math there, actually. It turned off on his 4, not 3, so that would have been a misplay if he did play the Belf right now. He's choosing not to, thank God. Then restore 2 defense. Okay, this is playing the Ram version, I think. The one with Ram in it. If we play, I believe, Holy... Yeah. And then it restores 2, right? That might actually work. Because then we pop this early. And then he has to answer and then it just gets destroyed by Encomium. I think that's a fair play. Yeah, can't really imagine any other play here. Yeah, this follower is very, very reminiscent of Moon. And he loses a lot of tempo by playing into this. So... And he has to answer these 2, otherwise we just swing. Next turn will likely be Snow White and Cudgel, if he does make something through. Oh wow. Yeah, he is playing 100% playing the Ram version. Okay, so he loses a lot of tempo here. This card is really great. Like, the countdown 2 is pretty amazing. We can make a really sticky board with 2 Princess Snow Whites. Or we can play Snow White Pure Hearted to try to draw into Aegis, I would imagine. Let's play Globe first. I think we're not getting away from this turn without playing Globe first. Okay, I can rock that. Then,
crystals of snow shimmer
do I evolve or not? That's the question. Because if I evolve, it gets answered pretty handily with with Judge. I'm gonna say I evolve because I'm interested in what he evolves this in, what he evolves into this. He already lost a lot of tempo. Might as well take advantage. I'm interested in what he evolves into this, if nothing else. German again, yep. Good thing I'm not playing weenies, really. Oh, and we banish it too, that's great. He doesn't get the last words effect off. That's fantastic. Judge is way too good. And then we draw. Wow. Yeah, Judge is way too good right now, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Judge is amazing. I don't really care about putting him in Vengeance at this point. We're gonna have to eventually. And right now I have Curates to heal up. And he wants to heal up anyway himself, so... this deck is not the one that cares about Vengeance. If he cared about Vengeance, he would have played Belf a long time ago. Snarling gains. Then he gains 1, yep. Actually loses Vengeance for that.
This is my home.
You are my food. Alright. So this can't live, unfortunately. We do have to spend resources for that. Yeah, we do have to spend resources for that. Otherwise, yeah, Jorm is just too good. We can do 3-2, 3-1, and scripture this. No, that doesn't make sense. Or just curate, pretty much. Curate into this.
Guilty.
Yeah, I buy that. Oh no, I can't play curate because I need 2 for the scripture. Can 1 swing scripture into priest, probably. Yeah, let's do that. Swing. We get more damage in that way. And priest.
Your evil deeds end now.
Yeah, he lost a lot by not getting the German Gund last words. He really did lose a lot. He should have been at like 12 right now, or 11, if German Gund effect was still active. Again. Goes to 10. He needs to put a ward up, otherwise he just dies. Unless he has a way to heal again. Okay. Yeah. He doesn't have a way to heal again. Okay. Or he does have a way, I should say. Yeah, again, we need to address those two. Or we can just yeah.
I shall guide you to glory.
Guilty.
See no reason to make stuff complicated.
Winter comes. Crystals of snow shimmer in the night.
And again, we have Curate, so he's not gonna burst us down from 14 to nothingness. Mask.
This ache, this thirst, quench them.
We can do is actually run stuff into that if we want to be stronger. Alright. Yeah, we can run stuff into that. So, what we can do is run Snow White, run this. Oh no, but the posting statue is only Storm. Because 3, 4, 2, 5, 6. So it'll be down to 2. I want to play something this turn. I do want to play something this turn. I think we'll run this. We'll run this in. Especially to power her up, honestly. Curate myself.
The winter comes. The winter comes.
Yep. Trade in the smaller body for the bigger body. That's pretty much the plan. And again, we put ourselves out of harm's way even further. Draw 2. Man, he is not giving up. I respect that.
Oh
Yep.
man,
Okay. Interesting deck. I have to say, I think the turning point was the banishing of the German gun. I've read of those decks. The German gun is pretty key in the matchup, especially because they just heal so much with the ram. But yeah, it was good. All right. Next up, we have Rune. So Rooney is really popular right now. This is the Friday, the 6th, when I'm recording this. So we have to consider that. Priest is good, although against against Rune, I question Priest. We're definitely keeping one of the globes. I feel like it's not as strong. If I'm being brutally honest, I don't feel Priest is as strong. At least not the strongest choice. Not exactly great either. Like, just because I feel like even if I preserve the health of the Priest, I find myself just getting ruined or wind blasted to the face. So, I feel like wider is better in this matchup. No fat shaming. We'll likely play the Carapace down. We will very likely play the Carapace down, I would assume. Because we have the Evolve, and Morier will help in that respect later. But yeah, I'm playing the Carapace down. And then what will likely happen is Globe into Morier. Oh yeah, definitely Globe into Morier. We want Morier to hit that, for sure. He might have enough. Oh no, he only has 3 cards, never mind. What am I saying? Okay. So this frees up March Hare. Next turn, it'll probably be... I'm assuming he's going to play something else in addition to this? Or just a concentration? Okay, that's fine. Or I can just Happy Pig. Yeah, just Happy Pig. Because he has to play something into this. Even if he plays another follower on top of it. Yeah, I imagine Happy Pig is the play here, especially because we are playing control. Like Morier into Happy Pig. Yeah, let's do that. And we have Ether, which will draw another priest if necessary. On turn 6, I mean. We can wait until turn 9 and then play Aegis that way. Essentially, the Aether is functioning as another copy of Aegis or another copy of the priest. One of the two. Okay. Either way, those are both good targets.
You're done for.
Those are both very good targets for me to not die to. Or at least try not to die to. Probably run this into that. Scripture into Jean. We won't need 2. We will definitely not need 2 Jeans. Then just run this up, more than likely. Or Happy Pig. Yeah, no, it's John and then evolve up.
Pledge of certain victory.
I'm not holding back. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I think that's the right play. I imagine he's going to try to play around this, which allows us time to set up. What will likely... Okay, or that. That's fine. Okay. So we need to play a threat. We need to play a threat that he will hate. So we have Curate next turn to heal up. We can play Cudgel into Pig just in case we need the additional heal, or we can play this, one of the two. I do think we need to save the Evolve. Because I'll bring him down to 10, I'll bring him down to 8, and it'll be down to 6. I don't think that's quite enough. We do force him to get rid of this if we evolve it now. Yeah, he's not going to play any sort of value here. I do not think so. So I'm going to evolve up. I feel like we'll do more damage over time. Either that or he gets rid of this for us. And we'll play the Pig just in case we do need that life. I feel like 1 life might matter in this matchup. And then we have enough control here in order to push the game home, really. He's gonna evolve this. He's gonna Pious. That makes sense. He has to swing into this, though. He most definitely needs to swing into this.
It won't be long now.
Though this still might be the Jean play, honestly. This still very much might be the Jean play. Because we get rid of the... we get rid of that. Yeah, this still might be the Jean play. Because if you think about it this way, I run into this and then I Jean. I deal 3, so he'll be down to 5 and then he'll be down to 2. Can he deal 5 damage to me in a turn? Probably. With Chain Lightning, I would assume. So if we assume that's the case, the defensive play here is to curate me to 11. Because I'm assuming that he has Oz in his hand. That's the safe assumption here, right? Can I clear the board without... trade this in, attack. Get the best of both. Yeah, because if he has 3 Chain Lightnings, I die. That's pretty much the game. Or 2 Chain Lightnings with the Oz. You go. I have a bad feeling about it. So we're going to swing.
Unbelievable.
I have a feeling that was the right move. I hope at least it was the right move. This has to be Oz. It has to be Oz.
Don't hold the applause. Gather round.
Wizard.
The name's Levi. Don't forget.
Or Levi. Oh, well done. Yeah, we might have lost because of that. I should have yeah, I probably should have. I should have traded it in. He just had enough to pull that off. I got greedy with the damage, I think. Is there a way we can salvage it? Maybe. I don't know. This should not trigger the fanfare, I think. Yeah, that doesn't trigger the fanfare at all. Yeah, he wins. Yeah, that was me being greedy on the damage. I really should have traded the pig. Should have traded the pig into the whatchamacallit, the crap, the illusionist. He's digging for something though. I don't know what he's digging for.
Holy magic is safe. Gaze into
He's trying to spend as much. Okay, 4. Alright. I'm assuming that he has something here. Like, you have to assume, right? Can heal myself up to 8. Yeah, it'll be the same thing. Yeah, he's looking for something. I don't know what.
Help me!
Well, I've already resigned to losing this game, so let's just play this out. It will likely be Oz. Curate would not have saved me there because I would have ended up with 2 rather than 1 actually. So he can just Levi here, I'm sure. Levi or that, and then Mysterian Missile. Yeah.
Another of God's triumph.
Yep. Good job. Good job. Yeah, I should have traded the pig. That came down to me trading the pig or not. I should have remembered I'm control. I really should have remembered I'm control. I tried to be a little bit greedy with the damage. There was really no reason to, given that the play line was already Aegis. So, yeah, that's on me. Alright, next up we have Sword. Okay, this will be interesting. One of the top tiers, one of the the trio. Snow White is definitely good in this matchup, especially if he's running aggro Sword. This will call on turn 5 the priest. Nah, turn 6, I don't want to risk. Oh no, that's not good. Well, if we reach that point, we should win. That's the theory. I actually don't think Curate is the optimal version of this deck. I think it's something else. Although Curate does have places in certain matchups. It's very, very nuanced. I just don't think it's a 3 of. That's all. That's all I really think. Oh, okay. I don't want to play into Mars. So, I definitely do not want to, well, even if he plays Mars, then Snow White can trade in. That's 1 more damage than I normally would have. Because I assume that he's going to play Mars. If he plays Mars, he can't really trade into Jean. But I need the Jean for later, so...
Winter comes.
Yeah. If he plays Mars, then Snow White just perfectly trades into her. And then we lose tempo, but he doesn't get any sort of bonus from Mars. Oh, spicy! That's spicy. That is very spicy meatballs there, sir.
Winter comes.
Consider me interested. Consider me very interested in that. But yeah, we have a control hand here, so we have to do everything in our power to make it turn 9. Perseus too. Alright. Yeah, that's a lot of power. Very much a lot of power. More than likely... this is an awkward trade all around, huh? Ideally we get the priest here. That is the idea here, we get the priest. Or... that works. That does work. Perseus does not grant anything when it... it does grant evolve. Am I willing to take 4 damage over 2 for that? +1/+0 in a ward if there is at least 4 allied swordcraft followers in play. Can you flood the board from turn 5? At least 4. So if I kill one of them, he'll get Luminous Mage, more than likely. If he gets Luminous Mage down, yeah, I think we just need to live. Honestly. Let me think. If he Luminous Mages right now, that's what I'm thinking, right? If he Luminous Mages right now. No, it's still this.
The winter comes.
All right already. I surrender.
That's still the play, I think. He might get the value trade off Perseus with the Snow White. That's about as much as I can think of. But I have to remember we're really just playing for turn 9. I just hope we have a turn 6 play. Like, I really do not want to play Dajan. As tempting as it is, I really do not want to play Dajan. Unless we get a second one. If we get a second one, then great. But if not, then yeah. He's really thinking about this. Barbarossa, okay. I'm assuming that trades into the Snow White. No, okay. Yeah, he wants the value. Okay. Morier first. I guess that's a draw. That's so good that cycles. Okay. Then Pure Hearted. Yeah, if he wanted something on turn 9, that'll kill everything. Not evolve yet, I don't think. Well, I mean, if you think about it, this is my turn, right? That's a good question. I don't want him gaining a ward. For some odd reason, I do not want him gaining a ward. So I'm gonna stick to my gut here.
I lost.
I'm just gonna stick to my gut here. That at least allows me to play the Curate. Because the turn he plays Arthur, well, it really depends. Okay. He's saving the evolve for something. Something big. Well, there's no reason for me to play Curate. Although it's a 5/5. It's a 5/5 that he has to answer. Yeah, it's a 5/5 that he has to answer, so. That way he doesn't feel like he can skip a turn. This card is just... I feel like this card is gonna get nerfed. I feel like it. Like, every time I play it, I'm like always happy to see it. Just because it it disrupts tempo so much.
This strategy will
Okay.
no question.
Yeah, he needed to play something into it. So he absolutely just needed to play something into it.
Win this battle. The Lord wills it.
I never got into princess
Yep.
stuff.
It's gonna get rid of 2. 1,
You're
2.
in charge now.
I can play the Jean and then into Snow White. That'll help me trade later.
False idols can't save our world.
This makes sense to me.
This doesn't smell.
Especially because Holy Jean has a little bit more reach with the 3. Cool.
Inevitable victory.
If you're spending on that, then this is, yeah, that's game. Because I just play Aegis. I just trade in, played Aegis. Yep.
The winter comes.
So he can tech Moon in.
This is snow. Shimmer.
So literally the only thing I would be afraid of is Moon at this point. Then we have Singer and Curate for the next turn, just in case he has any sort of storm. If he plays Arthur, then we play Jean.
Lonia, you're a great me.
Alright.
Lonia, I'm the wonderful Princess Prim.
Alright.
I never got into princess stuff.
Yep.
This will decide
Yep.
things.
Here goes everything.
Perfect.
Winter ends.
Again, Jean saves the day.
I shall guide you to glory.
This seems you're in charge now.
Yep. Jean again saves the day. Jean is just too good. Both Jeans are really good in this meta because everyone's going wide.
May the dark clouds be dispersed.
Like everyone's saying that there's no I call them wrath effects from MTG, but everyone's saying that there's no like board wipe effects in Shadowverse. I feel like 3 damage across the board is a pretty freaking huge board wipe. He's gonna deal 7 for the sake of it and deal 7 for the sake of it. Good game, sir.
The power. It's the real thing.
Alright. Okay, this deck is going rather well. It's how broken Morier is. Like, he couldn't play anything on turn 8. That must have crushed him. Like, he just couldn't play anything on turn 8. The double Morier, honestly, was probably overkill. I probably should have staged that through so it was turn 8, turn 9. But I didn't draw into Pure Hearted up until that point, so... Yeah, good game, sir. And there you have it. That is Control Haven. I agree with DragooseBlaze here. It feels like a very good deck, even though it doesn't play the, I think, broken, if not really powerful Stormhaven package. So, things I would change with this deck. I feel that we didn't really get to see the opposing statues, but that's fine. Oh, well, he actually did. I'm not sure if it was one of those games that was next. But anyway, I think 3 Curates is a little bit too much. Ether is just a second Priest most of the time, or a second Aegis. So that turn when I brought down a Curate, it didn't really help. So there might be some optimization left between these 2 cards. Other than those 2, I really don't think that... there's anything wrong with this deck. I feel that it's very, very competitive. I can only imagine what the matchup is against Stormhaven, because that, honestly, you should, if you are not teching for that matchup, you're not doing anything, or rather, you will likely, yeah, you will just likely get rolled over, is my point. So, but this deck does put enough of a mid-game threat, either in the risk of the tempo loss against the Moriers, or just Jean and shenanigans. So it's a really good deck. I encourage you all to try it. And as a bonus, again, this month we are going in on packs for Dawnbreak Night Edge, hoping against hope that we get a let's do the free pack first. That we get a the deer. Or Moon and Sun. I really want to play a deck with Moon and Sun in it. Nope. Not there. Alright. I'll open this when I get to 1000. So right now I think it's just going to be the daily deal. Come on. Legendary. I'll even take an Yggdrasil, man. Because Yggdrasil interests me as a card. Just another Paula. Well, it's a gold. I'm not gonna complain about golds right now. Hopefully we can stock up on vials in order to get to the Wallet Haven deck eventually. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been Sora, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.